Good afternoon, Commissioners, Mr. Hewish. I've spoken to you before. I actually had the opportunity to read your staff report, and I gave some comments to Mr. Nickens, which I hope, and he said he would pass on to you. I just wanted to hit on a couple of the points that I thought I could in a couple of seconds here. One point that I think Mr. Coker makes in his report is absolutely correct. Renewables will be by far the fastest growing energy source due to improvements in technology, increased supply, and more competitive pricing. And this is the key point. This is the whole thing. What is going to be the future? The future is renewables, and that's what's going to determine the market value going forward. So that's why we are urging you to support divestment from fossil fuels. And also in Director Hewish's cover letter, he explains that environmental, social, and governance factors, ESG factors, may have a direct relation to the economic value of a plan's investment and can be proper components of a fiduciary's primary analysis of economic merits of competing investment choices. So again, we're talking about what is going to be the future here, and it is an economic question. Mr. Coker mentions that there was a dramatic underperformance, his quote, of the energy sector in the past 5 to 10 years. Now, he doesn't really go into that too much, except let's just explain what that means. What that means is that our fund, which I'm a retiree and I'm depending on to be managed properly, if we have $442 million in fossil fuels, this represents a loss of nearly $400 million to the fund in the past 5 years. And the loss for the past 10 years is comparable. So Mr. Coker argues that the high inflation of the 70s and the 80s made it advisable to invest in fossil fuels. At that time, there were no electric cars, there was no solar power. It's a whole different situation now. If prices go up, fossil fuels will just be hurt. So that's why we urge you to divest.
Thank you, Mr. Fleck.